Hi,
Hi,
Mark.
Hi, Mark. My name is Ivory Gao Pei Shi. My student number is 32. I'm a junior.
Hi, Mark. My name is Tanya Tang Ling. My student number is 44 and I'm also a junior.
Hi Mark, I'm Phoebe Xu Jialing. My student number is 36 and I'm a junior.
Hi Mark, my name is Joyce Chen Liyou. My student number is 26. I'm junior.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the movie we watched last class. It is My Imported Wife. So let us to begin with a question that I want to ask you guys. Do you think what problems will Navy's and Naihui's daughters will face in her life? Because her daughter will have the education from her dad and her mom. It's like from different cultures. So, what kind of the problems that you think that their daughter will face in her life?
I think that their daughter cannot communicate with others well because I remember that in the documentary the narrative or her mother I don't remember mentioned that her daughter didn't like to speak.
Oh.
Yes. So I think and also her father and her mother can speak very well, very clear. So I think that maybe her daughter will face something communicative problem in her future life. I think.
Oh.
Yes.
You mean they cannot speak
Very well.
very well?
Yeah.
In this video that as we can see that Nevi and Naihui maybe they don't have a very good relationship. They often fight with each other based on some different points of view on one things or many other things. So I think that if they don't deal with things very well or very rational, that they will fight with each other or have to argue with each other very often.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark.
So
There's some
yeah, there are some bugs. Yes. So in this case, they will not educate their daughter very well if they fight for each other very often. But if they try to find some ways to communicate with each other, that they can find a point that is just a balance. Yes, a very good balance. And maybe in this way, they can educate their daughter better. Well,
Well, I think that the education for their daughter is not very good because they really fight a lot and poor daughter, I guess, because she cannot really have a very happy family, and I believe that their parents spend too much time fighting and quarreling, but they do not know what their daughter's needs are. Yeah, so.
I think that one of the most obvious problem I think her daughter will face is like the language problem because her mother is not speaking speaking Chinese very fluently, and but also her dad is not good at just like speaking. Yeah, so I think the language maybe is a very big problem. And the other one I think just that you guys mentioned is about like maybe dealing with her emotion will be a problem as well because her parents didn't have maybe like a good model in front of her, so maybe she will have a problem at like dealing with her emotion or dealing the emotion with others people, so the relationship maybe will be very hard to she will be have a difficulties to build a relationship with others.
Yes.
That is a big problem as well.
And there is another point that if their daughter's classmates or friends know that her father just like he had
Disabled.
Yeah, he has something that-
making fun of her.
yeah, and her mother is from Cambodia. That maybe her classmates will laugh at her or do something bad at her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a problem.
Something like discrimination, right?
Yes, cultural
Yeah.
difference.
So do you guys have any questions to ask?
Oh, I want to ask the second question that do you think who is the underprivileged side in this marriage? That is that who is the who is on the worst side or on the not a very good side in
That's
this
a good question.
in this marriage. Yeah, from this video that we all know, both sides
Yes.
have their own problems.
Yes.
They need to tackle with. So do you think that
It's so hard.
which side is more?
I think for me, I would say is, I will say that it's very hard.
Yeah.
Because you have to consider all the things
Yes.
in the family.
And in some aspects, it's not fair for one side, and in others, it's not fair for another one. So
But for me, I think
yeah,
maybe it's Navy because she can have her own money, and she need to depend on her husband.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she need to get the money from her husband.
And she cannot choose her marriage and her husband.
but I think she chose her.
Yeah,
But she chose him.
She chose
Yes.
her
It's
marriage.
not
Because her mom
language.
Yeah, because Navy's mom is like she is not permit this kind of marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
yes.
Navy say that she wants to go to Taiwan and marry this
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Oh.
So
So maybe she just she is because of she can have some money. So
Well,
no matter who she makes, that the point is that she needs some economic support. Yes. No.
Yes.
No matter who is the person. I think, in my opinion.
yes.
But I think Na Hui has a point that although his wife have to depend on him,
Yeah.
but he really has a very big problem because all the money is getting out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and so this to him is not fair, I guess. Because from this point of view, I don't think that Navy really cares about him. She cares about the money more than him.
No, in some way.
Mhm.
I think in my point of view, I would say that maybe the unprivileged one is Nai Hui, because I think that he is the person that who earn the money. That is one point.
Yes.
Yes, and I can stand in his side because I know that why he don't want his wife to go out and work in somewhere, because that is a very very big there's a big chance that for her to maybe escape from him, maybe.
Escape.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
And to
think
find another man that
Yeah,
is
find
richer
another
than
man.
Nai Hui.
yeah.
Why did
But,
it have
but
to
she
have that
promised. She
marriage?
promised she will leave.
That's just a problem.
Yeah. But I think that it's still doubtful for me. But I think that Nai Hui, I can see that he tried his best to support the family and to try his best to earn the money for his wife and his daughter.
Yes.
So I think at some point I think he take his responsibility for the family, and also he take care of her family. So that is a very very big point that I will stand in his side, because he is have a hard time to support his own family.
Yes.
And then he still have to just like support her family. So, but that is not. I don't think that is his responsibility to do that. But he still do that. So I was very. I think I was have a respect for him.
Yeah, especially when he's selling flowers to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
understand
very
why.
I don't understand why selling flower can make.
No, you cannot
Much
earn a lot of money.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
Mm,
It's too difficult. But you
yeah.
have to support the family by earning money by selling
selling
flowers.
flowers.
No, I think it's too difficult.
Yes,
And
maybe.
why can't he find another job?
But-
But you have to consider what ability he has.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
He has difficulty in speaking and moving.
Yeah.
Well, probably he also earns money by going everywhere and talking. to
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe
People
it's
know
speech.
them.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's the next question.
My question is, in the film we can see a lot of fighting scenes, and I want to ask, Huang Naihui wanted the translator to tell Navy's parents to teach their daughter because she always scolds him or probably curses him.
Mhm.
And what do you think about that? Is there another way to solve that kind of problem between a wife and a husband? If you have a husband and he always goes, and you're going to tell his parents that you have to teach your son,
Oh.
but you cannot stop your spouse to scold you all
But
the time.
maybe you can just directly talk to your
Wife.
wife or
Well, they talk directly, and it's always fighting and quarreling.
Yeah.
I didn't think it's a very appropriate thing to do, but
For me, I think it's very inappropriate because when we are being an adult, our perspectives or our values are very hard to change or hard to convince somebody to change your attitude or something. So when it comes to the parents, I think it's more harder to change their perspective and the way they educated their child.
Yeah.
And they'll think that, what? You are younger than me, and right now, are you serious? Are you trying to teach me how to teach my child? They don't think in that way. So I think that's very inappropriate. And also, the person is your wife's mother. That is really, really inappropriate. And I know that most of the argument are from from maybe your wife with your mother will be like a very serious argument between two people because they maybe have a different perspective on education or on like a money, their value about money or about family.
about the chores.
Yeah. So I think it's very, very inappropriate to do that.
But what do you think? What is his problem? And how do you solve the problem?
How do I solve the problem?
Yes. Is there another way to let him or her stop
Because the
scolding?
problem is between Navy and Nai Hui.
Yes.
It's not between her mother because Nai Hui is not live with her mother.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I have to take care of her mother for my whole life. It's not like that. He had to take the responsibility of Navy. So it's like the communication is between Navy and Nai Hui. It's not between Navy's mother and Nai Hui, I think, in
Okay.
this way.
Maybe just let Nai Hui and Navy just solve their problem by themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
So
the
difficult.
only way to
Mm.
deal with this kind of problem. Yeah, because I also think that it is appropriate to speak to your wife's mother and
Yes.
ask her to help solve your your problem. Yeah. So just Naihui and Navy need to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. And I think that it's not a very good way to speak some bad things and to your wife's or your husband's parents. In this way, that the first one is that Naihui told something that he thinks via a translator. So maybe the translator will
distort what he said.
will think in another way, or to speak out the sentences that is not Naihui's thing, right? And the second one is that you know that every parents will think that their child is the best one in the world, right? So it's very difficult for parents to change their mind that, oh, my children, no, they won't do bad things, they are always good, right? So I think in this way, the argument or the conflicts between a wife and a husband, they need to tackle it by themselves.
And I remember that the translator also told Naihui not to
Do
this
That's
kind
too
of thing.
serious.
Yeah. And maybe Cambodian culture doesn't accept this.
This
this kind of things happen. What about you, Tony?
Well, I think that this kind of problem we cannot solve it by through others. We have to solve it by ourselves, and so the two people, whenever they try to communicate, they always fight, and we cannot solve that. So if they think that they really cannot communicate, probably they will just end up in divorce. That's what I think. But this is their habit, and they really have to get rid of the bad habits they have when they are talking to each other, because this habit will also, like what we said before, they will also become a role model to their daughter. And so if they cannot really communicate well, their daughter will learn from them, and so that she probably cannot make friends when she's outside.
Yes.
Okay, so you asked a
Next
question?
question. And what do you think the behavior that Navy keeps sending money to her mother and even her family? Because we can see from the documentary, and she bought a lot of gifts to her relatives.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and also gave her mother a lot of money, and this is the main reason that caused Navy and Naihui keep fighting. Right? Yeah. So, do you think it is appropriate behavior?
No, I don't think it is. It's because she does not earn the money, and she just take whatever she wants.
Yeah.
And we know that Naihui doesn't like that, but she just couldn't stop that. She thinks that it's good and she should do this to her family. But her family, she has a lot of family members. That's a lot. And I wonder if they really have, don't they have work, or don't they earn their own money? Why do they have to get the money from Taiwan?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
they
a
want
problem.
more.
No, I think.
Yeah, they probably just want more.
Yeah, maybe.
They want to live better life, better than now.
Actually, I know a family who is also a friend of my family, and their situation is almost like theirs. Like they would just the wife will always just give money back to her country.
Because I know that so many like a foreign spouse or like a foreign how to say that, the one will take care of our elders. I don't know how to say that, the
worker.
yeah, like workers, they will
Foreign workers.
they will take care of our grandparents or the people who are they are disabled.
Or little kids.
Yeah.
And do the work, the house chores.
And the main purpose they came to Taiwan is they want to earn money.
Yes.
And they want to have more money to support their family and their country. So I can understand that why Navy always do that. I think that she because their family is like I think for them it's very important, and it is like they have a responsibility. If they have that kind of financial ability, they have to support their family. So I think I can understand why navies do that. But I think it's very inappropriate because that is not the money that she earned by herself. It's the money from her husband. So I think at this point she have to respect her husband.
Yes.
Yeah, and she have to just like have a discussion with her husband and also get his permission to use the money wisely. I think.
Yes.
In this way.
Yeah. And I think totally the same way, because the question is that Navy work or not. Yes, if today Navy works on her own and she earns her own money, then she can send her money back to her country. But today Navy doesn't have a work, so she doesn't earn any money. So before she send those money back to her country, that she need to ask her husband first. Yes, so I think the same way.
And even though she asks her husband that if she can send him money to her family, she also needs to know what the limit is.
How much?
Yes,
Yeah,
how much?
how
Because
much?
she thinks that she asks him, but he is not happy about it, and she always asks more. So this is not appropriate.
Yeah, this is another question,
Mm.
right? Another
So
problem.
that's why they need to discuss. Yeah, and I also
fight.
think yes, I also think that is an appropriate behavior, and I think just what you have said, that because she didn't, that is not the money she earns. Yeah, and they also they really need a lot of discussion, and also need some patience with each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what's more important, I think, is the actions. Because Navy always said that she will work if he cannot earn money anymore.
Yeah.
But I do not believe that, because if she will work, she will do it right now, not
just
to
wait
talk
for
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
And I think that she's a little bit too greedy sometimes, and she just, to me, her attitude is like, if I can earn a free lunch, why not? I'll just take whatever I want.
Maybe I think that she cares too much about her family, and also her I don't know how to say her status, or
Her status in the family.
yes, and also they want her family
To be proud of her.
to be proud of her. Yes.
Maybe I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we can probably talk about it later.
Yeah, I also come up with a question is like we talk about the work of navies that it's like work problems that they have. What do you think? I want to ask the question is about why Nai Hui didn't want navies to go to work. Do you know the reason, or what do you observe from their relationship? So Nai Hui doesn't permit that Navy can have a job. And what kind of the problems he might worried about. So he didn't permit Navy to get a job.
Well, I guess we said that before, that he is afraid that his spouse will escape. But I don't think that's the main reason. I think it's because he despite being disabled, he really doesn't want to let his wife to get that kind of job to go outside because he wants to save face for himself. Because if I am disabled, I know that I can earn money, and my wife, who is normal, is going to depend on me. I feel very manly. Yes, but if my wife earns more than I do, I don't want the people out there to say that, oh, I am depending on my wife, but not on myself, and she's not depending on me. Yeah, because men like to feel that they are the hero. And that's very important to them, and I believe that Naihui has that kind of feeling too. So I do not believe that he really is afraid that his wife will escape because I think it's more that he wants to prove that he has the ability to work. He has more ability than his wife.
It's all about like self-esteem.
Their situation is very like my family, but my parents are Taiwanese, but my father's always doesn't let my mother's work. From after I exist in this world, my mother after I'm born, yes. So after I'm born, my mother just quit the job, and not by herself, but that is my father's.
Really?
Yeah.
Order?
My father's ordered my mother to quit her job. So after I grew up, I heard from my mother some reasons. So I think, in the past 20 years, maybe the reasons is acceptable. But now I think women will not do that decision. Yes, like me, I will not just listen to my husband and okay, I quit my job because of my children. I won't do that. So in this case, that Navy and between Navy and Naihui, I think the first reason is that Tanya just say that maybe Naihui want to prove he want to prove that he can do things right and do the right things. So he doesn't need navies to support him. Yes, and the second one maybe that if the person earn the money, that the person will have the decision and have the right to decide what or when or where he or she need to or want to spend this money, right? Or spend on what things. Yes, he has the right to think of that. And maybe the third one is that the husband just afraid of his wife will escape from him. Maybe that is the question. Yes, and the last reason I think is that the husband need the wife to take care of the whole family. Yes. Maybe there are grandparents or great-grandparents live in their family, so
it doesn't look like this.
Yeah, but he has a daughter, and the woman, the husband think that the wife need to take care of all the house chores and all the children. Maybe they will have many children later. Yes, but I think one child is just very important. Yes. Child is
And Naihui also wants in some cases Naihui also wants his wife to earn the money. Isn't that strange?
Maybe he just saying. He just saying. He just work
He doesn't want her to go outside, but she wants her to work.
It's just like my father. You cannot go outside, but you need to earn some money. Just
how can you earn some money?
He just saying.
It's contradiction.
So,
but I think that I don't know. I forgot the question.
Short-term memory loss.
The question.
The question is like, it's actually, it's about the job. Why Naihui didn't
didn't
Oh,
want a wife
I
to
didn't
earn
want
money.
to get a job.
Yeah.
But I think that the main reason is that just
My
what you
way
say.
is contradictory, right?
Yes, and I think that he doesn't want he wants his wife to take good care of their family.
Yeah, it's very hard
Yes.
to take good care of the family.
Yes.
Maybe he doesn't believe that his wife can find a good job. Maybe I think. Yeah. And also he think that he is capable of earning more money. And he can support this family by himself. Yeah, this is so I think that is the reason why we don't want Navy to find a job and also support their family together. Yes, and I think that he doesn't want he's afraid of his wife escaping him. It's just a
Potential problem.
yeah.
He's not very confident of himself, maybe.
Yeah, he's not confident of himself.
Yeah.
Because he has spent a lot of money to marry her. So maybe it's the reason that he was afraid of his wife escaping him.
Yeah,
Maybe.
to me, I think it's just a little bit similar to what we said in Chinese. Like, I don't know really, I don't really know how to translate it, but it means that those who are not confident of themselves became the most arrogant one. And yes, you probably know what that is. So I think Na Hui is not confident of himself. So he in the family becomes he probably is a little bit too rude to his spouse,
Yes.
and so his wife cannot stand it, and he will think that he is too arrogant, and he just care about the money but not her. Yeah, a lot of things.
For me, I think that I have my relatives have a similar experience, like Nai Hui and Navy, and because Nai Hui actually he buy Navy from her country, to Taiwan, and my relative he bought a bride from Vietnam or some I forget which country, but it's like from Vietnam. I think it's from Vietnam, and the main purpose I think is quite similar to Nai Hui. It's like they want to find a person that can take care of the family,
Yes.
and he is very desire to have a family. Maybe in the future they can have a child or maybe children in the future. And I think Nai Hui is like the same kind of his perspective about this. He spent money to actually he bought Navy from her country is because he want to have a family, and so I can understand that why he don't want his wife to go outside and to get a job, because he knows that if his wife to go outside, then her heart will be out there. Out there. And she will not make effort to take care of his family.
Well, but I don't think that he can win her heart if she stays at home.
Yes, that's true. Because when people get together for a very, very long time, they will see each other's I think it's the weakness or their part of that is imperfect part. So I think that Navy's knew Nai Hui a lot, and she also knew that what he is afraid of but she cannot like stand in his side and just like, okay, I get your idea. So I think she's still like a
Take it for granted.
she take it for granted. Like, if I didn't go to work, so he has to take the responsibility for the family. So I think that in this kind of situation, I will not like stand in Navy's side. I will say that she really have to take the responsibility to take care of the whole family and also take care of their child and educate her child well.
And maintain the good relationship in
Yes.
the family.
But maybe I think one reason is that their age. Maybe
Age gap,
yeah.
One
Because-
is too old, one is too young.
it's maybe Nai think that she is too young. Yeah, she just
Act like a
yeah,
child.
stay in home.
He doesn't
and-
know anything.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
the age.
So do you agree with Nai Hui? Yeah, like, we have an age differences, and I think she's not very quite considerable because she's too young. She cannot think too far away. She just think about the things right now. She didn't think about the future. Did you agree with that?
Probably in some aspects, I guess, but I don't think that's a very good excuse for Navy to say because she's 20 years old and we're about also 20. And so, you cannot just say that because I'm young. I cannot know what you're thinking about. Yes, but at this age, she should know something, but she's just taking it as an excuse. If she know that, yes.
But she didn't think that she's too young.
But her actions is
Yeah.
her actions just show us that she is just a child.
And her husband need to take good care of her
Yes.
anytime, any place, right?
But maybe Nai Hui can teach her.
But I don't think
but-
that's a very good thing to do because most marital problems, I guess, what I see right now is that always the one side will want to take control of the other side. And so if you want to teach somebody, you will change him or her. And that's what causes the marital problems.
Yeah.
So you cannot teach somebody, you can just probably just tell him what you think, but we have to be sensitive to each other's needs.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Phoebe?
I just said this question.
Oh, you answered this question?
Yeah, before. So now is the next question.
Yeah, this is the next question about the age.
Yes,
Oh,
age gap.
The age.
Yeah.
So this is the next question. Age gap. I think that the age gap is surely a very big problem between a couple. Because one thing is that they are from the different cultural background.
Yes.
And the other thing is that they maybe think in a very different ways. Like the older ones, that Nai Hui has many experiences, maybe life experiences before. So he surely know many things, more things than Navi.
Yeah.
And Navi is from Cambodia, a very different cultural background. And maybe she is educated in some different ways compared to Nai Hui. So two different points of view, two different values meet with each other.
Clash.
Clash. They were that would lead to many problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the different problems are all inside the house.
Yeah. I think that there are many problems between them.
Many.
Yeah.
Not just one.
And age just one of these problems.
Yes, age gap
Yeah.
and your differences, different cultural backgrounds and other stuff.
Yeah, and it's so hard to imagine that a girl just 20 years old and she has a baby and she needs to spend all her time and devote herself totally to the child. because we are not very sure that a girl just 20 years old and she can take good care of a child.
But in the
And a
past,
family.
in the past, actually, girls
yeah.
can have their children at about 14 or 16.
Yeah,
Yes.
in
Chinese
Chinese
tradition.
But maybe in Cambodia is also the
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the
same.
Tradition.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
maybe.
common that a 20 years girl
I think-
need to take care of
Yes,
their-
especially in the past, not only in Chinese tradition, but in the past, just
Mm.
girls marry in a very young age.
yeah,
Yes.
and especially in poorer country.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
The
a
girl will marry in a very earlier life.
No, I also think that maybe because she didn't experience the social, she didn't have a lot of social experiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think in some way that she didn't think maybe not as considerable as Nai Hui. Yeah, that is a factor that I observe. Okay.
What is the time right now? Can you see that?
It's 40 minutes.
Okay.
So
almost.
maybe we one more question.
The next question.
Yeah, that's
Do you think that Navi's family accept this marriage? Why?
Well, to some people who think Naihui is an idiot,
Yeah.
they probably do not. But if you can get the money, it's probably more important.
But the Navy's mother at first didn't want them to get married. Yes, maybe at first she didn't accept this marriage, but it's Navy's decision.
Yeah,
So-
decision to do that.
Just respect her and yes, I think.
I think when I see the scene that her family all comes out and welcome Nai Hui.
And see him on
see
the
him.
I just made a one picture.
There's like a monkey in the
Yeah. There's one question
create.
in my mind. It's like, why they didn't go to work at that time? Why they didn't
Just
have?
stay in the house.
Yeah. Why they didn't have something to do? Why they're so like live in a very casual way and
They don't need to work.
yeah, they don't need to
Yeah.
work. They
And
can
they're
like,
far from the city. It's a
Yeah,
village.
yeah.
They cross the river.
Yeah.
yeah. So at that time, I think if I was Navy's family, I would think maybe I would support this marriage because I think they might heard about Taiwan, this country, and they might heard about our country is you can earn money here if you are from the foreign country or something, or you marry to Taiwan. Actually, you can have a financial support or something. So if I was a family member of Navy, I would think that that's a good decision. You have to go to Taiwan, and then our family will have a financial support. Yeah. So at my point, I think I'm not. I think their family might not cared about the man is have some mental problem or something, some problems.
Mental problem.
or
He's already just saying what it is.
Yeah.
Mental problem.
Yeah. I am just
Yes.
have assumption of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think their family members might not care about that. Yeah. So yeah, it's all about financial problems.
It
Yeah.
comes out
I think
at
at
the
first-
start and now in the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at first their family maybe didn't accept this marriage, but in the aftermath, Navi's family maybe accept the marriage, but not very happy. Not
They
very
still
happy.
not very happy
Yes.
until Nai Hui brings the gifts and money to
Yeah,
them.
they just accept.
Oh, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want more, right? From this marriage. So I think that this marriage is maybe a treasure box for Navi's family, but maybe Navi's family are not very accept this man. but they accept this marriage.
Especially if I'm Navy's mom. I see that I just visit my I just go to Taiwan and play for like 2 months and live there, and then I see that my son-in-law is rude to me or rude to my daughter. I would not like that, even though I can get that kind of money.
And she doesn't want to talk to him, right?
Okay.
She just wants the money.
I think their marriage is related to money.
It's a
It's all
disaster.
about money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we will not meet this kind of person in the future. Like even though he will not be disabled, but
Or a foreigner.
yeah, but just happy marriage for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the end of the discussion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Bye.
This one.
yes.
Yes.